Good morning, my lovely audience. Again, good morning again. This is your Poetic Intellect on the Weekend Show, and today I have with me a very lovely, beautiful pastoress here, Pastor Jane NDUBUEZE. Pastor Jane, welcome on the program, ma.
Thank you for
And we're going to be
me.
reading from her lovely book, Youthful and Useful. I mean, it's so, like youthful and useful. That's such a lovely title of a book. So, ma, can you read us from page 47, which is Building Up?
Thank you. Building Up, that's chapter 3 of the book, Youthful and Useful. After discovering your endowment or assignment, there is need for its development. Gold is one of the most expensive precious metals. Billions of spectators were spellbound for the World Cup because football teams from various nations were passionately competing for gold. Almost everybody desires to have it, but it is not appealing to the eyes in its raw form until it undergoes refining processes to become the gold we want. Then the price becomes alarming. So also, your endowments need to be developed or refined for it to be presentable and marketable. Then you begin to attract great value to yourself and your circle of influence. This process of capacity building generally begins with incompetence. It then grows to competence and rises to excellence if you detect average results. And to attain the level of a world-class expert in your field, excellence must transform into virtuosity. At virtuosity, you must have logged in 10,000 hours in what you do. It is this realm that makes it look like some people were born with what they do because they do it extremely well.
Yes, ma. So this chapter has a preceding chapter, and the preceding chapter has to do with oneself. I mean, it has to do with your individuality. So please, can you talk about the preceding chapter? It says, who am I? Now, for example, what I noticed about this chapter was that if a fish is trying to fly like a bird, it won't fly, and it might be looking at itself like a failure. But if the fish goes into the water and swims, it becomes a master. It can win gold medals. So if you're not in your area of primary assignment, I feel, and you're in the wrong perspective, you will not be getting the desired result. So that's what I gained from this, who am I? So ma, can you give me a little exponential expounding on what you mean by this?
Thank you for the question. Who am I? That is the first question you must ask yourself in the journey of being youthful or being impactful to your world. Who are you? You have to discover what God has created you for. You are not born for everything. There is an assignment. There is something God embedded in you for you to use and be a blessing to your world. And until you discover that assignment, the journey to youthfulness has not started. So you must discover why God created you. Just as my presenter just said, when you see a fish inside water, it's a miracle. You can't even try it going to catch a fish inside water. If it's inside water, that is the habitat. That is where God has created it to be. It flourishes. It's a miracle. There is a wonder. So also your assignment. When you discover your assignment on earth, you become a wonder. You become a miracle. People will just be imagining what is happening. The little effort you put in that your assignment, it's like you look like a supernatural being, as if you are extraordinary. So if you want to be useful as a youth, discover God-given assignment for yourself. I remember a quote from Max Morrow of blessed memory. I say, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you know your purpose, you'll be trying all manner of things. You are here today, tomorrow you're here, next tomorrow you're here, because you don't even know what your assignment is. But when you discover it, you won't abuse it. You won't start going into drinking, alcoholism, or yahoo. It's because you don't know who you are.
Okay,
when you discover who you are.
There's something you also said, you know, when you brought up the word habitat, I knew it has to be ecology, which you're a microbiologist. And
Yes.
so what made you switch from microbiology to writing and literature?
Thank you for that question. Professionally, I'm a microbiologist, but I'm married to a pastor, and our ministry takes us around the world. So we go around. So if you're expecting me to be in the lab in a place, it might not be possible because I'll go from one place to the other for the ministry, for the assignment. But for this book written as in Youthful and Useful, we were transferred to a new place of assignment. So I was just asking God, what exactly you want me to achieve? Because I hate idleness. I just hate wasting my life away. There must be something for every season of my life. So as I was praying and asking God for that, I just had this caption as he came, youthful and useful. Youthful and useful. Meanwhile, my husband is a youth pastor of Living Faith Church. So we've been among the youths in the youth ministry for some time, but that wasn't actually where I was going to, because I'm into relationship seminars and the rest. But this came directly from God. So the caption of this book wasn't from me, it was from God. So that was how I went into obeying what God instructed me to do, and that brought this book out.
Okay. Ma, sorry, I'm pressed for time. I just have one last question. So I want you to talk to Nigerian youths that want to be writers, are aspirational, people that have vision and purpose, and are probably model stuck in a little bit of hula baloo. I mean, Nigeria is a hula baloo, as we can see, but if you could give them words of advice, tell them how they could come out of that shell and how they could be who they want to be.
Thank you. Well, to all youths, because I am still a youth, and you too.
Yes.
Just know that you are not an accident. You didn't just happen. God made you to happen. There is a reason for your existence. And when you discover that purpose, please don't let anybody talk you down. You have something in you. You are a great work, great act by God. So don't die in silence. You can reach me out or reach some people who have gone ahead of you in that assignment you think God has given to you. And please reach out to them. They might model you to becoming impactful to your world or to your generation. So please don't die in your corner. Reach out to someone, and you wouldn't know how far that reaching out can be of help to your great destiny. I know there is something in you. I know there is more to you than what you're already giving out, and I know you can do more. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jane, for coming on the program. I really appreciate it, ma. Look, this is a very lovely book. I'm telling Nigerian youth, be youthful and be useful. Do not be purposeless. Have a vision, have ambition, and you're going to soar and reach for the stars. My lovely audience all across the world, I hope you have enjoyed watching Your Poetic Little on the Weekend Show. I just want to shout out to my lovely producer, Andy Madaki, and my lovely friends here on the Weekend Show, and my guest, Miss Jane. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned, because we have more coming for you on the Weekend Show.